Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. It's Mythic Boss Rush week of level 340, day 2 Balinda Stonehearth Undead Onyxia, and this is a great farming bounty. This is one of the best bounties to farm Renown that we have had so far. Just a wonderful, sweet place to farm, and I have the best teams to do that for you. So this is the team that I'm using. I'm using Khadgar with Bitter Chill, Geddon with Mark of Conflagration, Genn with Gilnean Strength, Voone, equipment doesn't really matter, Edwin, equipment doesn't really matter, and then Hooktusk with Prop Knife. And this is a wonderful farming comp because the first boss is practically free. Curator, it just drops down. You use Genn, you use Khadgar, you use Geddon. On turn 1, Khadgar will Blizzard. Genn is going to activate Geddon's Inferno. On turn 2, Khadgar is going to Heartfire to activate Inferno, and Genn is going to use a Taunt. So that Taunt will taunt the attack, and then that way you will get to Infinite Roots and Infinite Geddon activations with Genn, and that's just a victory from fight number 1. Then we go to fight number 2, and that's the Murlocs, and the biggest Murloc has 180 health. So if you have an artillery strike that can deal 180 damage, well, boom, you're good to go, you're through. If you don't, then team order actually matters, because you have artillery strike on Genn, Voone and Edwin. Geddon can get the driving bomb. This one, start of game effect, mark an enemy. This goes before artillery strike as long as Geddon is in your team before the artillery strike mercs. So this one first and then artillery strike, that's a way to get it done even if your artillery strike is a little bit lower. And also, Hooktusk can get snipe. Start of game, deal damage to a random enemy, and if you place Hooktusk after the artillery strike mercs in your comp, then this will go after. So then you have a chance to get artillery strike to kill 1, even if your artillery strike deals between 140 and 180, and then snipe the other away. So that just enables you to do this with a lower level of artillery strike. For example, my artillery strike is level 34 at the moment, deal 136 damage to all enemies. So it's a little bit low. 35 would be a little bit better, 140 would be an important breakpoint. I would have to reach that soon. And then getting that level 45, 180 damage, that would just be splendid, because that would get you through most of this bounty. But if you don't have that, then Hooktusk is really important, because Hooktusk can turn Geddon into a protector in the second fight. And that ability just allows you to win that even if you don't get the artillery strike or you don't get through otherwise. If you don't want to do that, you can replace Hooktusk with a third artillery strike mercenary, preferably Eudora, because you really want 3 fighters. Because in the last fight, there's going to be Undead Onyxia at 250 health, and that's a caster, so having an artillery strike on a fighter would be really sweet for that one. In the last fight, Balinda is going to become immune when she dies, so then you will still have to fight against Balinda, but fighting against solo Balinda is super simple. All you need is some way to heal or gain health, so either with Genn, with Gilnean Strength giving you healing, or Khadgar just spamming Heartfire. Both options work fine and render Balinda practically doing nothing, and then Geddon just finishes the job. As an option, you can also use Hooktusk in the final fight, turn Geddon into a protector to deal damage a little bit faster if your Hooktusk lives that long. But yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about farming this one, and this is what it all looks like in action. So first up, the Curator fight, and this fight is almost free. There are hilariously some ways to fail this, because Curator summons random Murlocs, and when those Murlocs turn out to be just right with the buffs, then nasty things can happen. I have lost Mercenary here twice so far to random Murloc summons, but usually it's just boom, and it's a win. So let's take a look at what's going to happen this time. We're going in. This one's trying to attack, so turn 1 we want to Blizzard, we want to Inferno, so okay, this attack is denied. Here comes the Blizzard. Genn activates Geddon. Geddon gets the Inferno combo. Then there's the random Murlocs. Here, this time we're going to do a Beastly Beauty, we're going to do Heartfire, we're going to do Inferno. This one's not even attacking this time. That's curious, probably because this one is. But that one is not the thing that matters. This is still perfectly fine. Alright, that Murloc also is no threat. We just keep blasting. Now we also have infinite roots, so boom boom. Let's blast a little bit more. This one is never going to be able to attack again, because it's always just rooted. Here we go, again healing, Geddon damage. Obviously, Big Geddon could do this in like 2 turns or something, 3 turns. But it's okay. You don't have to have everything perfect, and you can still farm this one, because this is a really, really farmable bounty. Zap. And here comes Geddon. And we are already through, even though the Curator doesn't know that yet. And boom. Alright, so we make it through the first fight. Then the second fight. Hooktusk is here for the second fight. If you don't have an artillery strike, that's good enough to just get 1 artillery strike and win. Which would of course be nice. Okay, now that we're through the Curator, let's see about the treasures. That's not a great treasure to have, and... well, Snipe can be useful, but it's definitely no artillery strike. Alright, let's see about Gigafin. Gigafin is more dangerous than the Curator. It's actually possible to lose to Gigafin. And yeah, but we have a good plan for Gigafin, so we're going to get through this most of the time anyway. And the good plan for Gigafin is going to be Genn, Hooktusk, Geddon. And we're going to turn Geddon into a protector so that Geddon can start critting Gigafin and Gigafin small. 110 damage, 123 damage. Those are pretty high rolls. They might be a little bit too much. Let's see. Alright, Genn is taking a bit of a beating here. Needs to survive turn 1 anyway. Then we bring Khadgar. Oof. That's a lot of damage. I'm trying to hardfire our way through this. Six speed, 7 speed. So this is going to eat this at 6 speed. Really? Like, really? That is curious. But we'll take it.
Job's done.
Of course we'll take it. Sometimes lucky. And fill the board. Wonderful. Alright, that was closer than I want this to be. I readily admit that that was closer than I want this to be, but
Job's done.
we're going to make it. Okay. I hadn't had it happen quite like that before, but hey, there's new stuff happens. The overall idea is sound anyway. And then we get not much. Not much at all. 3 attempts at an artillery strike, 3 whiffs. Okay. I do still have Genn, Khadgar, Geddon, who in theory can beat Attumen. This trio can in theory do it. But it's not always easy. Need to Blizzard turn 1 and Inferno. That's just the explosive shot is a problem. If the explosive shot gets a good hit. I needed to position Genn on the other side. Because now it's explosive shot, yeah. Then I will lose Khadgar. Or will I? Not necessarily. Might still make it actually. But yeah, again, positioning on this side would be better.
We must stand together, united for Dalaran.
Random enemy. Well, we just hope that that random enemy is going to be someone who can survive that. 4 speed. Can't prevent it. This gives me the most. This gives me the most health. That I had the health to survive that. But I had the health to survive that. Just barely. But I did. Wonderful. Now that explosive shot will kill... Will not kill Khadgar. Khadgar will kill that one first. Alright. So, yeah, like, these fights are tough, but sometimes they are doable. Regardless. But obviously better if you get some of the things that you actually want. But now the problem here is that I won't get the treasures I need for the last fight. 1 artillery strike. It is a green artillery strike though. And a driving bomb! And a driving bomb! Actually going to make it through. Yeah, like, it ain't over till it's over. Obviously this is much easier if you have the proper levels on everything. But, like, this can still be done. This can still be done. It ain't over till it's over. Boom. That's Balinda isolated. And Balinda isolated. I have Genn and Khadgar alive and Geddon alive. It's a win. I don't have Hooktusk, so I can't now turn Geddon into a protector to get this through faster. But this is still going to be... It's still going to be fine. Can Heartfire here to gain some health and... Balinda wasn't even immune. Usually Balinda is immune at this point. But this time Balinda was not immune. Because... This time Balinda wasn't immune because I didn't roll the proper artillery strike, but... They should all be fine, right? Should all be fine. Yeah, no worries whatsoever. Balinda still has her ice block left, but it will not matter. The ice block will make no difference. Just remember to keep everyone up. Khadgar can no longer get healing from Genn, but healing from Heartfire is sufficient. We can just blast. Don't need even the Heartfire healing here.
Job's done.
Maybe we'll take the Heartfire healing actually anyway. It'd be fine. Just staying nah. The elementals are... No elemental will get to act. They're all too slow, right? Yeah, so it doesn't actually matter. We're just blasting. So, even with no treasures, basically, we got through the first 3 bosses. And then we managed to roll just the right treasures for this one. And we're through. Balinda has like a 9 damage AoE, so if you have no way to heal at this point, then you can still lose this. But as long as either Khadgar is here to Heartfire or Genn is here to give the healing, then there's always a win. So now that we got to proc the ice block, that's totally fine too. That's totally fine. That Balinda is going down. Boom. Yeah, so this showcase ended up being a bit more of a hectic run than I had thought. But it also goes to show just how farmable this bounty is. And it gets better the higher your artillery strike, so that you can deal that 180 to get through all of these fights with one artillery strike. And boom, 85 Renown, 21 turns. My record here I think is 11 turns when I rolled really good treasures, so yeah. It's just a great farming bounty for this week. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.